Motley Crue has released a new EP this month. Who gives a shit? I'm here to talk about something a little more exciting and better. Today I'm going to be discussing and talking about the years Decay and Horrorscope. October of '89 for Years of Decay and September of 1991 for Horrorscope. Now both of these albums are really good, and I'm going to be talking about the differences between them, and basically it's Years of Decay versus Horrorscope. Now I got both of these albums when it came out on cassette tape, and I really loved them. Talking about when Rat Skates left, and I was like, I don't care, he's just a drummer. He's not really has a lot to do with the songwriting and stuff like that. Bobby Gustafson came up with some like wicked riffs, awesome solos, and he was a key member of the band and everything. I won't get into the details of why he left, but he talked about it in one of the interviews. It was for like a very stupid reason. But when Horrorscope came out, people were anticipating, and what most bands do, they will replace one member with just another member, just like how so many of these bands, I can name 30 bands already by this time who had replaced the members, and they replaced them with one member. But what Overkill decided to do, I guess, to expand their musicianship, to expand the band, so it was more dynamic, and so there was just another person creating through the creative force. They had two guitarists, Merritt Gant and Rob Canavino. I hope I'm pronouncing those names right. But anyways, those guys came onto the scene, kind of virtually unknown, and they did a pretty good job. I'm just going to say, for our first album, Horrorscope is a really good album. Those guys did actually a really good job in creating songs and all that. Now, the first two songs, I'm going to do the song 1, 2, and just go like that, like I did last time with the Ozzy review. So, I'll start off with Time to Kill. That was just such a wicked, heavy rocking one. I mean, it was such a wicked opener, such as Coma off of Horrorscope. That is a really cool song. I really like it, but I'm going to have to give it to Time to Kill from Years of Decay. That was just a little bit better. I love Coma, but the songs off of Horrorscope, 2, Elimination versus Infectious. I really like Infectious, but I got to give it to Elimination. It was just that one's an absolute awesome song. It's a fast song. It has this wicked feel and groove to it and everything. They released a video for it that goes to show you that it was definitely one of the more powerful tracks off of that album, and I really liked it. Song number 3, I Hate versus Blood Money. Now I like I Hate, and I really can relate to the lyrics, but something about Blood Money is just got some really cool phrases in it. It's got a really cool, it's just a better song, I think. It's just that much of a better song, a little bit. So that one goes to Blood Money. Song number 4, Nothing to Die For 2, and Thanks for Nothing. I didn't do that on purpose, seriously. But I'm going to have to probably give it to Nothing to Die For 2, because I really like the guitar riff in that. I just like how the drums go. Thanks for Nothing is a good one, but, when I'm listening to that, you got to think, it's about Gustafson, I believe. I've never heard Dee Dee Vernon or Bobby Blitz talk about that Thanks for Nothing was written about Gustafson at all. I have no idea. But it seems like it is. And that's what I pictured, and that's what I was thinking. Several of my other friends did too. So it's kind of a funny odd one, because Thanks for Nothing, it's like, well, what do you mean nothing? He created a lot of really cool, great songs. But who knows? It's probably not about him. I don't know. Correct me in comments if I'm wrong. And I've just never heard any of them talk about it and say it's about Gustafson. Song number 5, Playing with Spiders and Bare Bones. I like the song title, Playing with Spiders, and I think it's that one off of Years of Decay is probably the filler instrumental that was kind of just lame, that they didn't really need to do. Playing with Spiders, and it's just this corny weird thing. I know it's probably an intro for Skull Crusher or whatever, but I just don't really like it. So I'm gonna have to give that one the bare bones off of Horrorscope. It's just a better song. I like it better. Song number 6, Birth Tension versus Horrorscope. Now, Horoscope's a really cool ballad, but during that time, between late 80s and then even early 90s, I always liked the fast, energetic songs. I didn't really like ballads that much. I like Horoscope, but Birth Tension was just definitely more exciting to me. It was a better feel to it. Song number 7, Who Tends the Fire versus New Machine. I definitely am going to go with Who Tends the Fire. Once again, I said I don't like ballads, but that one's a good one. It took a little while to get used to, but after I listened to it multiple times, at least probably like by the 6th time, I started to like it. But keep in mind, I got this tape when it came out, so the 6th time was like within the first week, definitely. But I like that song better, Who Tends the Fire. It's a slower ballad, but it's a better song. Song number 8, Years of Decay versus Frankenstein. I'm definitely going to have to go with Years of Decay. Once again, I'm not really wild about ballads, but I really like that song, and I like that one the first couple of times I heard it. Now, Frankenstein's an interesting one. It's covered by Edgar Winter, the Edgar Winter Group, whatever the heck you want to call them. And of course, during that time, in 1991, I'd never heard the original version before. I mean, I heard of Edgar Winter, but I didn't know any of the songs or anything. So when they covered that, it sounded kind of neat and interesting. I mean, it's a cool song. It's a cool little number. So I guess that's why they did it, just to add some kind of neat instrumental in there. So Blitz could either take a break or didn't have to worry about covering the vocals exactly or perfectly or whatever. But I like that one better. Number 9, Evil Never Dies versus Live Young, Die Free. Once again, I'm going to have to give it to Years of Decay, because it just it's one of those other fast songs, and I really like the fast songs, and Evil Never Dies. It's got that cool double bass in it. I think Sid Falk did some wicked stuff on several of the albums. Of course, he left after this one, or doing the tour or whatever, but it's a better song. I don't mind Live Young. That one's okay. And then, of course, even the next song. So there's 10 songs off here. There's 9 songs off here. So the last song on here is A Nice Day for a Funeral. I'm not really huge on that one either. I think it was probably just another leftover. But anyways, in conclusion, I think that Horrorscope was a really cool, good album for 1991. It was heavier. They stuck to their roots more. Definitely more than some other metal bands, because even by 91, there was other metal bands that were doing some odd stuff, kind of experimenting right away, kind of like with Metallica and Anthrax. Overkill stuck to their guns and did their thing and released a good heavy album. There's some wicked songs off here. I love Blood Money. I love Coma and several of the other songs off of here. But definitely Years of Decay wins this one. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.